So for our first step will be to create Cognito identity pool to give temporary AWS credentials to our users. So I'm inside AWS management console and I'm in the same region as our Lambda function, hello world Lambda function. In the AWS services, I will look for Cognito, which will take me to this page. And over here, I'm going to click on manage federated identities. This page will show up if you are using Cognito for the first time. So once I click on the manage federated identities, I'm going to give a pool name and I'll say hello as our identity pool name. And I'm going to expand this unauthenticated identities and I'm going to click on enable access to unauthenticated identities. So basically our JavaScript function or our browser will not be authenticated. So basically it's an unauthenticated identity. So I'm just going to click on create pool over here. So over here, it will create a pool and it will create two IAM roles for us. One is the authenticated IAM role and the other is for unauthenticated identities. And we have discussed that in our introduction to Cognito videos. There will be two roles and we are going to modify this roles from the IAM console so that it can only access our Lambda function. And for now, I'm just going to click on allow. So this will create our identity pool called hello. And in the platform section over here, select on JavaScript. So this will give us some code. Now over here, if you look at the section get AWS credentials, and over here you will need to specify the right AWS region and identity pool in our code, and we're going to use this section in our code. So now let's go to identity and access management. And if you click on roles, you'll see that there are two new roles created. So we are interested in the unauthenticated role. So I'm going to click on that. I'll scroll down and click on edit policy. So this is the policy that is created by default. This policy can be considered almost an empty role because it allows these two features. One is the put event using Amazon Mobile Analytics, which is a service to understand usage and revenue for mobile and web apps, which we are not going to use right now. And then there is the second one is the use of Amazon Cognito Sync, the part of Amazon Cognito that enables cross-device syncing of application-related user data. And we're not going to use this now because we are going to focus on Amazon Cognito identity. So let's modify our policy document. Over here, I'm going to add one more statement. So we are going to allow invoke Lambda function to our hello world function only. And to find out the ARN for our hello world function, you need to go to the Lambda console, go to functions, then select our hello world function and copy the ARN from here. So we'll copy that, go back to our IAM console and we'll paste the ARN over here. So this is the additional policy that we are adding to our IAM role. I'm going to validate that. Once the policy is valid, I'm going to click on apply policy. So here again, what we did, we already had a default policy. We added another access, which is allowing the role to invoke the Lambda function, and we are going to allow it just to invoke our hello world Lambda function, and we have added this to our unauthenticated IAM role. So now we have our role ready, our identity pool created. Now let's write our JavaScript code.